Hello everyone. Today I would like to talk about central banks' superpowers and how it's affecting bond markets. So let's start with a 9-year flashback. Portugal was on the verge of default and the 10-year government yield was close to 17.5%. Fast forward to November 26 this year, the same yield fell to 0.002%. It just missed being the first peripheral country with a negative 10-year yield. The other peripherals are following the same path, with 10-year yields reaching 0.05% in Spain, 0.59% in Italy, and 0.64% in Greece. And when you remember that back in 2012, the 10-year Greek yield had reached 37%, the least to say is that the performance is spectacular. So yields are falling and so are risk premiums. The yield difference between Portugal and Germany on 10-year government maturities is 0.6%, and it's coming back from 15.5% in 2012. So what happened? Certainly not an economical rebirth or an improvement of the fundamentals. We all know that these massive performances were triggered by the ECB. Only this year, between March and November, the ECB balance sheet rose roughly from 4,500 billion euros to 7,000 billion euros. And this gives a foretaste of the impact on bond markets. According to Bloomberg, the stock of negative yielding debt in the world is roughly of $16,500 billion on December the 1st. It's not only debt in euro, of course, but still the share of the euro in that pile is quite important. And this explains the yield hunt, which means finding yield no matter the fundamentals. And the yield hunt is not yet ready to stop, as the market expects additional measures from the ECB. So, no need to say that this is a beautiful opportunity for peripherals, and what happens in Italy illustrates quite well the mood. So Italy opened again the debate of erasing, this time, the COVID-19 related debt held by the ECB. So this is a stressful news flow that would normally imply Italian yields to rise. That was not the case. They even continued to fall. So the market is now fully relying on the ECB and on the debt mutualization perspective. So the risk of a European breakup, as feared some years ago, is clearly not on the table anymore, and we have moved back to pre-2012 mindset when the European debt was seen as a whole. So why bother about leverage? In Portugal, debt to GDP could reach 135% this year, against 129% back in 2012. And in the meantime, the 10-year yield fell from 17.5% to 0, which is not very intuitive. But this is how magic performs, how specific risk is ignored, and how yields are vanishing. Thank you.